back from a long break, especially over the holidays, is kind of always interesting. How was you guys, or how was the practice last night when everybody got back?
Yeah, that's why the first night I learned that the hard way 10 years ago. You get in a bad mood right away. So we schedule stuff in a certain way that first night it's a lot of running and very little competitiveness and maybe a little bit of rehearsing, low stress. So everybody gets the nonsense out of them, including myself. You sit around for 4 days and pretty much do nothing and eat, you're going to be sluggish. So I learned that the hard way 10 years ago or so. Maybe it's been more now, 12 years. So we dealt with that last night, and we'll get ready to go here in an hour or so. Now it'll be real, so we'll see what happens.
Everybody get back healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, a couple guys got head colds, but everybody should be okay.
Last year, you rated on that first post-Christmas practice as the one that kind of really set the pace for the rest of the year. Is that the practice then that you're about to have later today, where you'll kind of figure that out if it looks like what it was last year?
Absolutely, and biggest difference is that last year we head into the Christmas break playing pretty good, but losing games. And this year we went into the Christmas break playing pretty good, but winning games. So I'm kind of anxious to see how we go about our business here in a little while. They appeared to be in good spirits last night. We did some stuff early this morning, nothing competitive, but we did some stuff, and they appeared to be engaged and anxious. So, but every year's different. So, I for our sake, because Stetson's got a big man that's pretty darn good, and they've got a guard that scored 35 in a game and 29 in another game. They were both, for all you recruiting guys, they were both 4-star rated guys in high school, and they're pretty good. So it's, those two guys are real good, and but he's got a lot of freshmen, so I'm sure he's battling some of the stuff I battle, but that's okay. I'm excited to see how we go about this today.
Frank, you talked about the break kind of being like a football coach and being able to move everything around. After this one, you got another pretty long break. So just how are you getting used to this? Would you rather it be over and have games a little more closely stacked together?
I like getting in a routine myself. It's I think you ask any player, they want routines. They don't want something different every single week. The 2 weeks from Houston to Christmas break, I thought it was real good for our team because it kind of came at the same time we were reintroducing Keyshawn into the lineup. And allowed us to get repetitions. It allowed us to change some rules around from maybe what it was a month ago. If you do that and you got a quick turn between games, you don't know how some guys will handle things. So it's having enough days that kind of everyone gets out of their feelings and gets back into the team feelings, and it allows teaching to be done in a bigger window rather than a smaller little pocket.
Coach, with this team, just where it was after the Houston game to see where it is now, just with their backs against the wall, knowing if you want to make the tournament in March like Mike wants to, that you had to come out and play well these last few weeks. What makes you most proud with this team being able to respond, knowing kind of what was on the line in this non-conference schedule down the stretch?
Yeah, I think I tried to tell you guys after the Houston game that we didn't play that bad.
Right.
It's we just didn't win, and we couldn't score. I mean, we got the shots we wanted, they just didn't go in, and we got behind, and we just could never string 3, 4, 5 consecutive possessions where we can score and get stops to cut into their lead. And Houston's a real good team, and so they beat us. But I was not unhappy. I was unhappy how we played against Wichita State. I was not real happy with how we played against Boston. But going into Houston, I thought we're coming off a road win where we scored 90 or whatever we scored. I thought we've been playing better, and give the guys credit. They didn't overreact to losing to Houston. They came in and continued to work and were excited about what was in front of us. And you know, we were able to get those wins. Now we have to, I'm a big create habits guy. That's what I believe in. I believe in habits. I don't believe in magic formulas or great plays. I believe in habits. And we've built, this team had real good habits before the season. We kind of got away from those a little bit early in the year, and we've regained the trust of those habits. And I hope we can continue there. So we can keep the focus on ourselves, make adjustments game to game, and just go take on the next game. Because, you know, no one gets judged on a game or a week or a month. You get judged on a season and to get into the NCAA tournament. And so we can't overreact to good days and bad days.
Frank, have you ever started looking around at some of the SEC teams and how they've been doing for non-con, just because it's been kind of a bumpy road for everybody outside of Auburn?
It's been a bumpy road for everyone in the country. It's, you know, we always want to talk about how SEC teams have lost games. Well, go look at the powers to be in every league. They've all lost games. They've lost games at home. Long win streaks been broken by teams that are, I'm not into judging others because I don't want anyone judging me, but, you know, it's not like they're losing like number one versus number two. You know, it's just, you know, college basketball continues to get young in the Power 5 leagues and old in the mid-major leagues. And old beats young when young is not prepared for the moment. And I don't know about you guys, but I handled things better when I was 22 than when I was 18. So it's a big difference there. So our league's no different. We have, Bruce told me that in the last, he follows all that draft board stuff. I got no idea how young coaches still kind of worry about that stuff. But our league has more first round players predicted to get drafted than any league in the country, or more players drafted in the first round than any league in the country. So the league's really good, just really young, you know, and young teams don't play as well in November as they do in January, February, and March. And that's just a fact. That's not, it is what it is. Anyone that wants to dispute that doesn't know what they're doing. And I think our teams have gotten better in the league, and they'll continue to get better because of the coaches that we have in this league and the talent level that we have in this league. So, you know, I'll start studying teams after the Stetson game.